All right, everybody, here we go. We are parked. We're waiting to get unloaded. So, I'll tell you what. Yes, more school. I love it. I love it when people comment. I love it when people comment on the channel. They write this whole big long deal, you know, not calling anybody out, but they like to pick out certain things and then try to, you know, relate everything on those certain subjects and not other trucks. See, when I talk about old trucks costing more to operate than new trucks, that is a proven fact. Okay, now I do a lot of comparisons with W9s and 379 Pete's and all those old school trucks, because people that have them think they're cost effective, and they're not, because the fuel mileage isn't worth the you know what. And there's no way you could say it is, because it's just not. And so let's talk about these other used trucks with million miles on them and 800,000. Let's talk about the Cascades. Let's talk about the Century Columbias and whatever else Freightliner made, right? The old Century classes, right? Because they were more aerodynamic. Well, you can take a Century class with 1 million miles on it. There's no way it's getting really good fuel mileage anymore. It's not going to happen. So here's my... I would like to see some people do some homework, okay? I would like to get at least 5 to 10 people that have an old truck with 900,000 to 1.5 million miles on it, and I would like you to put out a piece of paper, right? Put out a piece of paper what your actual miles per gallon is, which a lot of people probably don't even know that. What their actual miles per gallon is, how much fuel you bought in the last 2 years, right? Do over a 2-year stretch. The fuel you bought in 2 years and the repairs it cost you in 2 years, right? Because it's over, yeah, you can't be over short term, right, Southern Trucker? Let's take the numbers at least 2 to 3 years out. 3 solid years, the last 3 years of this old truck, right? Truck's got to have at least 900,000 to 1.5 million. And let's see your numbers. Let's see your numbers. And it's going to prove the new truck costs less than the used truck. But will they be honest with the numbers? Do they even know if they have the numbers right? I doubt they'll be honest with the numbers, but we might get 5 that'll be honest, okay? So let's check it out, because see what the guys that make these comments don't understand is, okay, I've had old used trucks. I wrenched on old used trucks, and it just wasn't the 880 Volvo. I had a Ford, had 1 million miles on it. Why do you think I got rid of it? A lot of repairs started to happen, and they keep on happening. And if you watch any of these guys that have a YouTube channel or Facebook channel, there's one guy in particular that has a Facebook channel, and he's on there all the time, every day. And he has more breakdowns than I've ever seen in my life. He has bad luck. And he had a KW before he got a Volvo. And his repairs were astronomical. Okay, enough said. It's being shot live as it's happening. So, let me go back here and read some comments real quick. Talk about my Western Star that I put $17,000 in 6 months. Right. Gear Grabber had an old Western Star. See, Gear Grabber is the king of used trucks, old trucks. He's had so many old trucks I can't even keep track of over the 20 years. He's had so many used trucks. And you know what? All those old trucks, about put them under. About put them under. Because let me explain the road of having an old used truck. or several of them. Here is the road. Everything's going good for a while. Breakdown, breakdown, breakdown. Yeah, no problem. Keep going. Breakdown, credit card. Breakdown, credit card. Breakdown, credit card. Guess what? 10, 15, 20,000 now on that credit card. Can't pay that off. Can't pay it off no matter how you work that old truck. Can't pay it off. Then you get rid of the old truck, get another old truck. Somebody else's problems again. Breakdown, breakdown, breakdown. Higher credit card, higher credit card. Next thing you know, you're maxed out. And there's one of two things. You got enough just left over to get into a gently used truck, 200,000, 250, you start making money again. Or you get into the brand new one and you start making money again. And I've seen it time and time and over again, right? Snowlord's been there. The McTrucker has been there. Okay, the McTrucker, he had an old Freightliner. It was red, Columbia. It about bankrupted him. He got into a used 780 Volvo. He was at Landstar, then he come over to Schneider, got into a used 780 Volvo he bought from a Volvo dealer. Guess what? He got his finances back in order, got all that done. Same thing with Gear Grabber, same thing. Got a newer truck, bam. Started getting money again, started saving up money, getting things right, getting things paid off. Used truck goes to new truck. That one starts breaking, bam, gets ready, gets another new truck, guess what? Still making good money. Takes 5, maybe 8 vacations a year at least. Got all kinds of stuff he has. And you know what? he's still in the business, and he's got stronger financials than he's had ever, way before he had used trucks that were paid for. So it just goes to show, you know, that people can say all they want, but until you really do the numbers, you really don't know the numbers. A lot of people just look at the paycheck they get or the money they bring home and say, oh yeah, making great money. Are you? Are you? Do you really know? You might be making the money you think you need to make to pay your bills, but are you really, is your business really healthy? Are you really making the money? So it's something to think about. But you know, I could compare, it doesn't matter what I could compare. I could compare a Freightliner Columbia, Century Class, Cascadia, Kenworth T2000, you know, one of those trucks. Like Snowlord. Let's take Snowlord for example. I'm gonna pick on Steve. If he gets mad, he can disown me. I don't care. Well, I do care, but you know, I'll buy the big fella some more cooking pans, and it might smooth it over. But let's look at Snowlord. You know, he had an older truck, and it was breaking down on him. And see, that's when you come to a turning point, like Steve did. You got to look at your truck. And you got to look, man, this thing's gonna have a lot of repairs coming. A lot of repairs coming. You got to get out of that truck before it really starts giving you lots of repairs, because once you hit that road, it's a bottomless pit. So he got out of that truck and he got into a newer truck. I didn't say buy new. He bought a nice used truck. I don't know, Snowlord, what did it have? Like 250 on it? 280? 300? It had about 300,000 miles, something like that. Well, the truck gets way better fuel mileage. So, you know, he's actually paying less. He's bringing home more money. See, that's the thing. It's the bottom line, people. It is the bottom line. Okay? That's what it's all about. Increasing your bottom line. So, Snowlord gets rid of this other truck, gets a newer truck. has more payments, but guess what? Brings home more money doing less. Why? Fuel mileage. Less repairs. He's got more at the bottom line. At the end of the year, he has got more net at the bottom line. And that's what it's all about. It's about increasing the bottom line. All the other numbers don't matter. But if that net bottom line keeps going up, that's all that matters. Then you're making money. You know you have arrived when your net bottom line keeps increasing. So, you know, Mike Mentor says paying your credit off helps. Paying them off every month helps your credit out a lot. Yeah, if you charge something, yeah, you want to pay it off every month. And a lot of times in this world, you know, people can't, or things happen, right? Just not in trucking. Could be home stuff too. You know, something always goes wrong. Stu, that's not going to help you, buddy. The garlic and olive oil ain't going to help you when you're late past the first bell. I'm sorry, buddy. You know, you're going to have to cook. You're going to have to cook a meal for the whole class. That's what you're going to have to do. Yep. And they still haven't even started unloading me yet. But I figured they got to get all the other freight out of the way, right? Made more money today than I do in 2 days and just drove 575 miles. All right, Don. See, Don's getting it. Don's getting it. See, Don will fine-tune it. When you get your own authority, it'll take you a little bit, but you'll start fine-tuning it and you find out, man, you don't have to drive a whole lot of miles to make the same amount of money that you made working your butt off all week, you know? That's the key. Zane's got a 96 FLD 120 with a busted rod sitting in his driveway. I had an FLD 120 at one time, Zane. Yep. That truck, I had an N14 Cummins. When it hit just over 500,000 miles, the motor started to go. I didn't rebuild it. I bought a new one. I bought that 9500 Ford. Because, you know, I got tired of wrenching on that Freightliner. So I bought the 99 Ford. I drove that for about $1,250,000, somewhere in there. I wrenched on that truck a lot. Spent a lot of money on that truck. Because I didn't have the data back then. Right? I didn't have the data back then. I kept records. And then I went from that truck, I bought another used truck. Things were going great. You know, when I bought that truck, my payment was super low. About $900 a month, somewhere in there. 800 something, actually. Made a lot of money until 25,000 hit in less than a year. And then 3,000 hit. Couple weeks later, 2,000 hit. And you know what I said? Enough of this BS. Went and traded in. Started the full maintenance lease deal. Got all the numbers. Been doing this 6 years now. Full maintenance lease, 6 years. Going on 7. So I look at all these numbers in Fogline software. And anybody on here that uses that software will tell you. They will tell you. You really didn't know your numbers until you put them in that program. They'll all tell you that. And the numbers you thought you were making wasn't even close. Wasn't even close, my friends. So, the cost of a full maintenance lease is different by who you get it from. I can go back to this dealer that I work with. I can get me a full maintenance lease for about $1,900 a month and 9 cents a mile. So if I do 8,000 miles in a month, that's about average for what I do. Then I'm looking at around $2,600 a month for a full maintenance lease. And that means you pay for nothing, fellas. You don't pay for a light bulb. You don't pay for a dash light. You don't pay for towing. You don't pay for nothing. You don't pay oil changes, anything. You need grease, they'll give you grease. Whatever you need, they'll give it to you. And you know what? The trucks don't break. Because every time you take it in there, they go through it worse than what a DOT inspection would be. And if they find one little thing that looks like it might be going out, guess what they do? Guess what they do? They change it. Right? They change it. Like if you have a wheel seal even that looks like it might even be seeping, just it's questionable. Guess what they do? They take it out and put a new one in and charge you nothing. And it keeps you on the road, right? I love it when somebody tries to go live and pull people out. We're gaining people. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Because you know why? Because I have content. You know? But anyway, we you know, I got that message, right? Yeah, downtime kills. Right? Downtime kills, and everybody has downtime, but there's less downtime usually with a new truck than there is an old truck. And you know, but what we need to do is we need at least 5 to 10 people that have an old truck, right? At least 800 to 1,000,000 miles on it, okay? At least 800 to 1,000,000 miles or over 1,000,000 miles. I got a buddy that's got a truck with 1.5 million. He's going for 2. And I know what his cost per mile is. You know what? This truck right here, at about 2,700 and some change a month, all in, costs less to run than his truck when you include fuel mileage and everything. You know why I know that? Because we both run fog line software. And we both do close to that 100,000 miles a year. 90, 92, somewhere in there. But we both run the same software program. So it's really easy. You pull that up, bam, there it is. I don't care about looking at his actual rate per mile, his profit per mile. What I want to look at is cost, average cost per mile to run that truck. Fuel and repairs. That's what I want to see. Because the guys that have paid off trucks, a lot of them, their fuel and repairs add up to more than the payment for this truck. Which means they could be driving this truck, but instead they're driving that other truck. You know, like today, I rolled into an inspection in the rest area. There was at least 15 DOT in there. 3 of them standing there by the cones. Pull up there. They say, "Oh, you're on electronic logs." Yep. They looked at my truck real quick, so you can go. If I had an old truck and I wasn't on electronic logs, I guarantee I'd be in one of those spots, because they had a lot of spots open with guys waiting to do some work. But Pamela B says, how much experience do you recommend before going owner-operator? Well, see, that's a hard question to answer, because you could have 1 year experience and be one of the best owner-operators out there. Because to me, it's not about experience on the road. if you're good at business, if you have a good business background, then you can be an owner-operator. Because owner-operator, it's all about business and how to run a business. We can all agree most people can drive the truck forward. Not many can back it very well, but they can get the job done, right? Everybody agrees about that, right? Because look at all these trucking companies that we know that put people on that really can't drive, but the job gets done. Driving is the easy part, right, Mike? So if you're really good in business and something happened and you're looking at a new business, then yeah, you could jump into this thing in 6 months. Once you get experienced enough to where somebody would let you, you know, be an owner-operator, you can go for it. So when people say 5 years, and you know, you hear these, oh, 10, 5, no, that's just ludicrous. It just depends on, you know, common sense is a lot of it. Common sense, and you got to treat it like a business. You got to treat it like a business, not a job. It's got to be treated like a business. What about getting the insurance? What about getting the insurance? Well, you could get insurance with hardly no experience. It might cost a lot, but if you do enough checking around, you can find one that will be down there low enough that it would be profitable. Okay. On this Volvo, I'm at just over 8 miles per gallon. Yes, insurance companies do charge more for inexperience. Yes, they do. They do charge more. A good driving record and low CSA score. Yeah, that also helps. Right. Yeah, I know what you meant, Frankie. That also helps. So your driving record, your experience, and the CSA score and all that stuff, that all helps. You know, and of course the equipment you're going to run also helps, right? When they look at it, that also helps in the insurance business. Exactly, Stephen. If you to lower, you can try to go higher on the. You can also go try to higher on the deductibles if they'll let you. Right. Big Joe says if you're starting out and you need to get a truck, and Volvo was not an option, what used truck would you buy? Well, here's what I would buy. It's not fancy. I would buy what all the companies use. Freightliner Cascadia, the Kenworth T680. So you buy what company guys drive, right? You buy what company guys drive. When you first start out on a used truck, you know why? But I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm not gonna. I know the answer, so I'm gonna tell you the answer. I'm not gonna ask you why. Anybody knows. Here's the reason why you buy. If you're gonna buy a used truck, you buy what all the companies are using, like the Cascadias or T680s, is because the parts are gonna be cheaper and there's more of them in demand, right? The parts are readily available on most of those trucks because there's so many out there. You're right, and they're cheap maintenance. And that's what I would do. What do I really want to drive those trucks? No, I wouldn't. But it makes a good business decision, right? Because it's all about business. And because I used to like, all the nice fancy trucks, but now, I'm all about business. And if I want something fancy, I'll have it at home, right? If I want to buy chrome, I'll buy it for my motorcycle. If I want to drive something fancy, I'll have a nice pickup truck or a car sitting in the driveway. The truck, to really treat it like a business, that's right, Frankie, the truck is just a tool in the toolbox. So, don't get attached to it. If something starts happening to it, get rid of it and get a new tool. Right? But some guys, man, they get attached to them. Oh, no, this is my baby. They're not treating it like a business. Right? So, that's the main key. And, you know, and everybody can go back on my last video and they can read the comment that was left. And a lot of it wasn't right. You know, some of it was right. I was comparing certain things, but that individual got the message. He didn't get the right message. So we're going to clear the message up. We're going to clear the message up. Yes, I am putting down super truckers. Yes. But, you know, they were set up for training. They were training in the 23 rest area just south of Flint, Michigan is where they were set up. And I've never seen them in there. And I almost jinked myself, right? Because I was on the phone. I was talking to Gear Grabber. And I says, hey, man. I said, you know what's going to be funny? I got 1 month to go. Because, see, all these big companies, when you get your authority, the big mega carriers, right? Oh, you got to have 6 months authority before you can pull our load because, you know, it doesn't matter how long you worked here. It doesn't matter if you pulled 3,000 plus load. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, right? All that matters is you got 6 months of your authority because we got to make sure you're safe. And you'll have lots of DOT inspections in that 6 months. Had 0. Been through a lot of way stations. I rolled up on all those guys. And when I had my safety audit, that's exactly what the guy said to me. He's on the phone. We're talking. And I says, look, I'll have all this stuff uploaded in 5 minutes. What do you mean? I said, well, I use eLog. I use their back office software that keeps me legal. I just send you all those PDFs. I'll upload them all up right from the back office. You'll have everything you need to know in 5 minutes. I says, I'll even shoot you my training videos that I watch. Because they have a training program. And he says, wow. He said, man, you're doing way more than most anybody ever had get on here that has their own authority. I said, well, I treat it just like the mega carrier does. Right? I have a safety program in place. I have the videos, right? I can watch the videos if I want to watch them. And I've done all this on purpose, right? Have I seen all those videos 900 times? Yes. They were free to watch because I picked that when I got the eLog. They allow you to pick a free item, so I picked free videos, right? So I watched a few videos. All those certificates got loaded up in there. So I said, look, I have a training program. Right? Watch a video a quarter if I want to. I have eLogs, so, you know, you can't cheat. Not Driveline anyways. And so forth. And I have a maintenance schedule every 90 days. I said all my vehicles get inspected. They have a maintenance program. He was done. He says, okay, I'll call you back in a couple days. He called me back in 2 hours and sent me my letter. All done. So I won't hear from him again. You know, unless something really major happened. So there you go. You know. Just like if you go in for a tax audit. Right? If you get audited. Yes, Liddy. It was DOT near Fenton Rest area on 23, yes. Yeah. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate it. I think somebody else did a super chat too down here somewhere. And I was on a roll, so I missed it. Michael Newton. Yeah, Mike, I think you want me to call you too. We'll see if we can't get that to happen. Yeah, Steve says 320,000 on my Cascadia, only on routine maintenance so far, not going. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal, Steve, you know, for you know, that kind of Cascadia for 320,000 miles. You know, where it runs into problems is this. Everybody knows, right? Everybody knows that after the warranties are up is where it's really going to hit you, right? After the warranty, that's what's really going to hit you. Hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, buddy. And everybody like my little vest? You like that? So you can see me in my video? Yeah, I got it on because you got to have it on when you go inside this place. They make you wear it. I just haven't taken it off yet. And you know what? It might be 2 o'clock before they get me out of here. I got a 9:30 appointment. They ain't done nothing yet. Still got a green light. Because they unloaded Gear Grabber when he was here. They unloaded all their garbage. And, you know, they left it sitting out there in the middle of the aisle so they can't unload the trucks until they put all that stuff away. Thanks a lot, Gear Grabber. Thanks a million, man. What a guy. Friends like that, who needs enemies, right? Yeah, Mike. Yeah, the broker was, Mike says, sorry I couldn't chat earlier. I know the broker was hounding you or whatever. Yeah, he was calling me and Gear Grabber trying to hook stuff up for the weekend. That's what he's doing. I felt something jiggle. I don't know if they did the truck next to them or if they're going to put the plate in me and turn on the red light. We don't know. Yes, angry gun owner. Gear Grabber owes you a steak dinner. Yes, he does. Thanks. I'm glad somebody actually agrees with me on that. Right? You like that TJ Jones of Boulder Woods? You like that? Isn't that pretty? Here, I'll take it off here. How's that, man? Is that better? Whew, man, now I feel. You know what that feels like, taking off one of those vests? It feels like getting rid of a mega carrier and going on your own. The weight's off your shoulders, right? Isn't that what that feels like? Anybody know what that feels like? Well, I want to make sure you can see me. All right. All right, buy me McDonald's this weekend. Yeah. You know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get 4 number 1s, 3 number 3s, and 4 number 5s. That's what I'm going to order. Yep. And then you wish you would have went and got me the steak dinner. Jeff, did it take long to get relationships with brokers? No, it didn't. No, it did not. And I also hooked up my friend, right, with this broker. When he left the Big Orange and went over to where he's at now, and he works off broker boards, I said, hey man, you gotta call this guy up. He'll hook you up. And he's been treating us good ever since. $1.2 million miles on it. It's a lot of miles, man. And it's still chugging. What's up, Alex? I had one for 3 months at the Big Orange. Yes. Yeah, they'll give you these. They'll give you those. No, not steak dinner. He owes you dinner at Nordic Lodge at $125 a person. Ha ha, there we go. Oh yeah, Gear Grabber, we're getting into your wallet now, baby. $125 a person. Yep. Chocolate for Hog says, I know what it feels like not having somebody tell you to pick up a load, where to fetch it, which route to take, and when to attend crazy classes and training. Exactly. Michael Dow says the countdown is on. Big Joe wants to know what mile per gallon you're getting in that international, Gear Grabber. Did you answer that? See, I think Gear Grabber had a problem with his International. I think he said his fan's sticking on. If the fan clutch stays on more than it should, it's gonna drop your miles per gallon by 1 to 1.5 miles per gallon if that fan stays running all the time. That's about the norm for that. Do you have to get a new rate confirmation sheet from brokerage if you have to use a lumper? No. See, I have a lumper here, right? I have a lumper at this place, but the broker we deal with on these loads, you get the rate con sheet that gives you the price, and then as you're driving down here, he'll text you the express code for the lumper, which is not even on the sheet or nothing, right? So you just give them that express code and on that comp check, and it's all done. all the brokers will pay the lumper. They usually pay the lumper. It's usually, in a lot of the rate cons, it's in there that they pay the lumper. So usually the way it works is, you know, like Gear Grabber is here, but he was with a different broker this time when he came here, and he had to call in to their lumper line and gave him a comp check number for the lumper. And you don't get a new rate con sheet for that. All they request is that you send in the receipt with the bill. If you don't send in the receipt with the bill, then when they come get the bill and not a receipt, then they'll probably send you a payment minus that lumper charge. But if you send the receipt, they just send you all the money and it's all over with. Everyone out there listening to the Godfather when it comes to your own authority. Don't be like me and get the video after you file for your MC number. That's why I'm sitting at the house for the next 3 weeks. Oh, Michael. Mike, when you watch that video, right? When you watch the video, it walked you step by step on what to do in the order, right? And you did it in the wrong order. Yeah, see, I had another driver, right? Another driver did the same thing. But see, this driver watched the video, and he says, you know what, I'm not going to use who he used to do the authority. I'm going to use this other company that he found on the internet. And they misspelled his name wrong. Not once, but twice. You know how long that put him back when you're trying to change something with the government? I think he was set back over 3 weeks. Over 3 weeks. Thanks, Alex, man, appreciate it. Over 3 weeks. Yeah. Yeah, it only took him about 3 weeks to get it corrected. 3 to 4 weeks, somewhere in there. Luckily, he didn't quit where he was at, so he kept, you know, he's able to keep driving. Right? Do you scan the email BOLs and receipts? I use the Cam Scanner app, and what I do is I take a picture of my cover sheet and a picture of my bills and any other receipts and the rate con, and I email them, and then they pay me the next day. That's how that works. How much does it cost to get your authority? Well, that's different for everybody, Caslin. There's a lot of variables there. Lots of variables. 1, do you already have a truck? 2, if you have a truck, do you have your own plates, your own IRP plates, your own IFTA? If you got it on with a company, you don't have your own IFTA, but you could have your own IRP plates. If you don't, then you're gonna have money for the IRP plates. You're gonna have money for the insurance, the down payment for the insurance anyway, and that can range. That can range anywhere, depending on your truck and trailer that you have, You could be anywhere from $8 grand on up to $30,000. Just depends on, you know, how much longevity you have, any tickets, all this other stuff, right? And hashtag Thunder Funding. Yeah, Swerve. That's who I use. I use Thunder Funding, and it does work if you talk to Scott Kennedy and tell him I sent you. You know, when you fund your first load, they will give you $100 extra for signing up. Wow, we got people honking. They're getting mad over here. I'm almost 30 minutes past my appointment time. They still ain't done nothing, Gear Grabber. Thanks for putting your crap. What door were you in? I'm probably in the same door you were in. Big Joe says, how many states you're permitted to go into? I'm permitted for, well, I'm permitted, no, I'm in 33. I'm permitted for all 48 on my registration. Because when you do an IRP, they give you all 48. Now, I did not get my permit for New York. I didn't do the Oregon. I didn't do New Mexico. So, if I want to go to New York or New Mexico, Oregon, I'd have to buy the permit. But I don't go there, so I don't permit myself for those places. Because why spend the money if you're not going to go there? So, that's what. Two Broke Tim, yes, tell me you know me. Two Broke Tim, yes, I know, AKA, also known as Car Hauler Tim. Now, me and Car Hauler Tim been friends for about a couple years now from the YouTube channel. And he was hauling around car haulers. He had no car hauler. Lots of maintenance, right, Tim, on a used truck? Lots of maintenance, Tim. Come on, Tim, spill it. Let's hear how much a used truck really cost you. Tim can tell you. Tim can tell you. So, then, my buddy Tim leaves the car hauler business and goes over, I don't know why he got the crazy notion, but he went over to FedEx Ground, I believe it was. Worked around there for a little while. Found out that wasn't all cracked up to be what they say it was going to be. And I think he might have been at JB Hunt there for a while too. I'm not sure. Yeah, critical. Yeah, custom critical. That's what it was, custom critical. It was critical to have you sitting around, wasn't it? And then he came over to the Big Orange, and he worked there for a while. But the Big Orange isn't for everybody. They're hard to get along with, right? They're hard to get along with if, you know, if you don't like all the rules and things that they put in place. Yeah, and now Tim's over. He's moved on to greener pastures, right? If you want to watch the videos, you go to liketrucking.com and they're there. And then I met Tim. It was so funny, man. I met Tim, you know, I got my authority and I took a load on a weekend just for the heck of it down to Jacksonville, Florida. And I stopped at that New Loves right there above Jacksonville. And then I seen it on my thing that, you know, Tim says, hey man, I'm at the Big Orange. He shoots me these pictures and stuff. And he says he's at the Loves. And I'm at the Loves. I'm just right down the road from him, man. So we met up, we went inside, we had some food and talked a little bit. I went and checked out his truck because he got one of those internationals. And he got it for a really good price, man. What was it, Tim? Around 24, 25 grand? That was a good deal. Yeah, $915 tire. Yeah, I know. But Tim got that truck. That was a really good deal on that truck. Money-wise, 25 grand. And it only had how many thousands of miles on it, Tim, for 25 grand? 247,000, 250,000? You know? Can't beat that, man. 210. Look at 210,000 miles on an international for 25 grand. And it came with a warranty. Still had a warranty. Still came with a warranty. Still came with a warranty. See, those are, people don't like the Max Force engines and they say all this stuff about them, right? They say all this stuff about them. But really, no, it's a sleeper cab and everything. Let's look at that though, on a business decision. That is something we're not going to see again in our lifetime, people. I'm telling you right now. You are not going to see 210,000 mile sleeper cab trucks go for 25 grand. Not again. It's once in a lifetime, right there. And if you did finance a 25 grand truck for, you know, if you did a 3-year finance deal on it, your payment's so super low, it's unreal. You know, if you didn't pay for it, you know, all at once, you'd be around $650, $700, you know. There you go. And you know, they come with a warranty. That's, yeah, Tim's paying $465 a month. Shoot, one run pays his whole truck payment for the whole month. So if he, you know, and if it's under warranty and he's sat in a shop for a whole week and still work 2 weeks or 3 weeks out of the month, he's making good money. Fareed, no, don't buy old trucks. Stay in the warranty, Steven. Hey, Fareed, when are you going to call me, man? When are we going to have a chat, my friend? Me and Fareed still have to talk. We still got to get together there. He said he was going to let me know. All right, Gear Grabber. They're unloading me right now. So they'll get this all unloaded, you know, by 10, half hour past my appointment, but then I got to sit here for how long? And it shouldn't take that long to, you know, count 18 pallets. It's all the same stuff. Mr. Safety, mine cost $3K a year ago. Yeah, about an hour. Peace out, Jeffrey. Gotta hit the hay. All right, TJ Jones, Bull of the Woods out of here. Gear Grabbers out of here. Everybody's going to bed on me. I'm the only one up working. What am I doing? This is crazy. I shouldn't be here working. I should be sleeping. Man. All right, Parade. Anytime, man, you know, it doesn't matter. You want to call me this week, next week, whenever you're ready. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you're ready and want to chat or whatever. All right, TJ, you get some sleep. What's Pamela say? She says, I cannot wait for you and RVT to join forces. You two are my faves. Learn as much as you guys. You learn a lot from me and RVT, huh? Yeah, would I? See, I want to rebrand this into, you know, something more than just me talking to everybody. Like I said, I like to surround myself around people that know a lot about business and been in a certain, you know, spot. So I'm going to ask a couple people if they might want to join together in a adventure, right? And take the old stuff that, you know, people have been doing forever and bring a fresh look into the industry, right? That's why, you know, if RVT wanted to do something, you know, maybe we can get something done, you know, or, you know, some other ones. Yeah, something, right? We're good. We'll, you know, so I don't, you know, I'm not asking. It's going to be somebody that's really good, right? It's going to be somebody that's really good in business. Because it's, you know, it's got to be real. And it's got to be people that are knowledgeable and have something to offer, right? Right? NASTIC. You know, the only thing, Nate, I don't like about the NASTIC card, and it really burns me up. You know what I really hate about the NASTIC card? And I think it's really an injustice. Oh, it might be the best fuel card, but it's also the best ripoff. They should not charge the fee that they charge to get the card. They shouldn't charge the fee to get the card. Right, they should not charge that fee. That card should be free to any owner-operator that wants it, because they could make a small, they're making a small fee off the every transaction you use that card. So, why do they need that big fee? There's no reason for it. It's all profit. They can't say to print the card up, or, you know, back office to, you know, type in a computer, and it only takes this quick, so and so, boom, that's your card, and mail it. See, I could understand, okay, I would be okay with a $50 administrative fee and you get the card. I'd be okay with that. But when you're going into the hundreds, to me, that's just not right. That's taking advantage of individuals. That's taking advantage of individuals. Say, hey, you know, I'm gonna get you this discount, but to get the discount, you got to pay us X amount of dollars to get the card. You know, they're making money off the fees. You know, stop. These big companies got to stop being greedy. You know, but that's the nature of the game, right? Nature of the business. All right, super service, don't watch my mirrors. Vacant trucking terminal in Virginia. That would make a great shipping terminal. Yep, talk to the guy. Oh, it's going, Michael D. It's going, man. My CDL school is 20 weeks now. It's 26 weeks. We truckers are the most taking advantage of people, it seems like. Yes, we are. We are taking advantage of almost more than anybody. Look, these two are going to hit each other. Look, man. These two are going to hit each other, man. They're sitting here fighting over these two docks. Look, there's two dock holes beside me, and these two guys, they're not going to wait for each other. Look at this guy. Look. Look at him. Really, dude? Look, really? You're not going to get unloaded any faster. You're not going to get, see, this is what really gets me in this industry. And the guy's up here yelling obscenities at the guy in the other truck. And now they're both going to back up together. You know, come on, people. You know what? Don't get in a rush at this place. You don't get in a rush in this place. I'm 35 minutes past my appointment before they even started to unload me. So, why get in a rush? Now look at this guy jacking around. Look what he's got to do to try to get in here. Look at him. Yeah, take your fairing out, dude. Look, this guy, look. Look at him. Uh-oh. Look. Now we got, you know, he's big and bad. Oh, now he's swearing. Yeah, now he's swearing at the old guy. When the old guy was in line first, you know what I mean? Right? Yeah. See, now I'll tell you what. I wouldn't get out. There's no way I'm going to get out and even try to help this guy right here that's being all crazy back in. He's on his own. And, you know, instead of taking his turn, he tries to go around this old guy that was trying to set up because, you know, he's in a hurry. Right? Here, I'll give you a close-up. You want to see who he is? There he is. He's up against that trailer now because he just wouldn't wait, right? Just wouldn't wait to, you know, let the old guy back in and wait your turn. Now, Gary Driver, he wouldn't sleep, but he's been here before. And these guys like to fly around everybody and try to take cuts, and they don't follow the rules. And here's the simple rule at this facility. You want to know the rule? Here's the simple rule. They tell you, when you get to the stop sign, you get out of your truck, you walk in, you check in, they give you a door. You pull up, open your doors, slide your wheels, and you back in. Do not go inside until you get to the stop sign. So what does this guy do? I guarantee you he went in and in front of this older gentleman so he could get inside there. He got his door, and then he's behind the older guy, right? He's behind the older guy. And, you know, he's behind the older guy, and he cuts in front of him. Right? So, there you go. Why do I like drive-in over reefers? Well, there's two things. I like drive-in because I don't want to have to go to washouts and spend time in blue beacon lines because they take forever. It is a seasonal job. Look, he can't get in. Look how long this guy's been wasting. You know, look, he's still trying to back in because he can't get the time. You know, he can't get it in there. Now he's revving his motor up and just sitting there. He's not gonna let the old guy back in. Well, anyway, yeah, that's what he's doing. But you know, I don't like the wait times for reefers, right? I don't like the wait times, and there's a lot of overage and short. You know, there's a lot of a lot of cargo claims. Plus, you got another engine unit to worry about, the cost factor. And I got a buddy that's running reefer now, and he tells me about the price, right? How much he makes per mile and everything. And yeah, it does make a lot more per mile on some stuff, but not all stuff. You know, not all stuff. So. Oh boy, I gotta watch this guy back in. I'm gonna get out. I'll be back. right, we're back. We're back, folks. All right, we got the old guy in. He's gonna crank it in there now. We got him set up, right? So I helped the older guy out, you know, so he wouldn't hit my truck, and make sure he didn't hit the other guy's truck, because you know. But the other guy, no, I wasn't gonna help him, because you know there was no reason. There was no reason for that. You know what I mean? None whatsoever. You know, people need to treat, you know, more respect in this industry. There's no reason for that, man. You know? That stuff like that, that pisses me off. Yeah, I'll give them the Lackland laser. Yeah, Lackland Air Force Base. You know? Here's a swig for the old man. Right here. And I only drink pop with real sugar in it. Yeah. Company name? I don't know. I should have got it when I was back over there looking. But you could probably blow up the video and get it. I mean, we got a lot of video of that truck, and we all seen him get out there and have a little, you know, powwow and exert his, you know, non-professional attitude toward another driver. Here, let me put on my glasses. It's something trucking company, 8787 truck number anyway. Mount Comfort Trucking Incorporated. I think it said Mount Comfort Trucking Incorporated is what it said anyway. But the guy pulled his curtain and everything because he knows he acted like a fool. So he pulled his curtain so he doesn't have to look over that accidental guy. So, you know, yeah, I believe that's what it says, Butch. It's out of, I think it's out of Green. Oh, look, I think it's Greenfield, Indiana or something. Yep, yeah, that's it. 8787. I could walk over there. I could pull another YouTuber that walked over and knocked on somebody's door, you know. I could walk over there. But yeah, there's docking drama here, baby. It is happening at the Kroger in Indianapolis, man. We got it going on over here, man. We got our own Mayweather fight. Well, you want me to go over and make sure that's the right one? Yeah, that's probably the right one because it come up, right? Are they out of Indiana, Mike? Are they out of Indiana? Greenfield or something? Green something anyway? Yeah, that's who it is. He got his phone number. See, that's the thing. If anybody wants anybody's phone number to the business, that all you gotta do is look up their trucking authority. They have to put a regular phone number in there to be legal, right? Yeah, it's in Greenfield. Yep. That's what's on the side of the truck. So there you go. He had to act. He's got his girl in the truck, you know. We're sitting here in Indianapolis at the Kroger, right? Not bad, Adam. We're doing good. We just got we got a lot of drama going on here with some, you know. I mean, the video clearly shows, you know, the guy just pulled on up and was, you know, and then he just got all mad, you know, and it's just ridiculous. You know, poor old guy, you know. That poor old guy has probably been trucking for 30 plus years and has to put up with crap like that. It's just ridiculous, you know. 4 drivers, 1 truck. Well, 2 of them are probably sitting right there. 2 of them went inside, right? You know, 1 person probably owns it in the family and they got 3 or 4 drivers. You know, they just run the truck. You know, who knows? See, now if that was me, let's turn it around, okay? Let's turn it around, okay? Let's act like, okay, here's what a professional driver would do, okay? You ready? This is what I would do. For instance, let's say, because I had this happen to me right here today, and so did Gear Grabber. The guy went around me, right? I was next in line. I went and checked in like I was supposed to. The other guy got out and went in, and he swerved around me, right? Swerved around me. Okay, no big deal. I let him back in. When he was done doing his stuff, because, you know, obviously, you must be in a hurry. And you know what happens when you get in a hurry? You hit things. You make mistakes. So, I let him get in a hurry. And he got in. And then, guess what? I pulled in, and you know what? I pulled in at 8:30 in the dock. I'm still sitting here. They didn't start unloading me until 10 o'clock. Almost 10 o'clock. So, would me getting in the dock 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes later hurt me? No, absolutely not. Not at this facility. Absolutely not. It makes no difference whether you get in the dock right now or 20 minutes from now. Because 20 minutes from now, guess what? You're still going to be sitting there with a green light and they ain't started nothing yet. Because the trucks that moved out of here, when you back in, they got to move all that freight and clear it out. Well, that takes them 30 minutes to 40. That's why they got them scheduled like every hour. So they unload you in a half hour, and the other half hour they're moving the freight. So you're not gonna get started on, right? Well, they keep driving like that, they won't have an authority. Because got to go 18 months before you get permanent authority. Just saying. That guy that was rushing in front of you is probably going to get unloaded after you, so there is no reason to rush. That's right. I'm going to go find me a parking spot. So, I know Gear Grabber's over, I think he's over there by that McDonald's, by exit 4, over in that area, and them truck stops somewhere over there. So I'm going to leave here and go park over there somewhere if I can find a spot. Well, what I do, Mike, is here's what you do. Here's what I do. I keep an eye on, that's on the loop around Indianapolis. I keep an eye on the truck stops in that area, on the paid parking, and I watch the spots, right? So if they have 9 spots, when they get down to 4 spots, then I'll buy one, right? That's what I'll do. I'll buy a spot when it gets down to 4. And that's if there's none left at the other truck stop, right? Because I watched both truck stops there. that have paid parking. So when they both get down to just a few spots, then I know there's no parking. Then I'll buy one, because I know I'll at least have a spot when I get there. And if all the paid parking's taken and you paid, guess what? Somebody's parked there that didn't pay. So all you do is go inside and they go out and make whoever it is move their truck, right? The driver's independent. He is now mad as hell. Told him he just got blasted live on YouTube. But I don't know. I have no idea, man. Still got my red light, though. Still got my red light. Hey, Jeff is still there. Call. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Anyway. Nah, some type of food product, Butch. You posted a live feed 8 hours ago, you still have hours. Sam, that's funny. Rizzo's funny too. I'm not even gonna read that, Rizzo. Yep, red light making up for all the greens. No, Jay Harfield. See, that's the problem with paid parking. If you pay for the spot, guess what? You don't show up, you lose the money. They won't give you your money back or nothing. They won't give you a credit. Thomas says it's gone to voicemail. Hey Jeff, this is my first trip back after accident. Long night ahead. How are you doing? I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're out working though. Since you were a Schneider guy, Jeff, why do they not hire from Massachusetts? All right, Caslin, here's the problem. They don't hire from a couple states. Massachusetts is one of them, and you're probably talking about independent contractor, right? Well, they don't hire from Massachusetts for independent contractor because of legal reasons. The way Massachusetts has it set up. So therefore, they do not do that. Lease or own, what's the tax write-off and how long do you keep? Trailers are a little different, right? Like this trailer I have, I could have bought it. They offered me a full maintenance lease where I got mine from. It's a 5-year deal with a small buyout at the end. So I will buy it out at the end and then I'll keep it for another 5 years. Trailers you want to keep for 10 years, right? So if you buy a brand new trailer or lease purchase a brand new trailer, you do 5-year deals on them, you write them off, and then you run them another 5 years, because a lot of freight, right? GM Freight's 10 years or newer trailer, and a lot of the food grade is going to the 10-year or newer trailers also. I know a lot of heavy loads, heavy water loads and things like that want newer trailers for the floor stability. You know, and you can get a good year usage out of that anyway, out of the 10 years. This guy's out here waving his arms up and around, so I don't know. I guess he's mad. Everybody stop calling him, please. Jeez, oh jeez. Anyway, I want to drive for the IC. I don't want to be a company driver. Problem is, I don't have money for a down payment, or else I would lease from Lone Mountain. Well, Lone Mountain's a good place. Lone Mountain's not really a lease. It's more like a buy. Okay. I gotta start this truck up. So anyway, we're gonna go in and check on this load and see what they're doing, because I should have a green light by now. So we're gonna go check on that, and we'll see y'all later.